In the southern part of the Greek Peloponnese Peninsula, within the fertile Eurotas River Valley, lay the land known in antiquity as Laconia. It was here, amidst a rugged landscape, that Sparta emerged, a city-state whose political system was a unique and intricate blend. Unlike Athenian democracy or the tyrannical regimes common in other Greek city-states, the Spartan government wove together elements of monarchy, oligarchy, and limited democracy. This austere yet remarkably stable system proved to be the cornerstone of Sparta's military might, securing its dominant position in the region for centuries. It is time to unravel the secrets of this remarkable political structure to understand how Sparta achieved its greatness. At the apex of Sparta's governmental structure was the diarchy, a form of rule characterized by a dual monarchy, tracing its roots back centuries to two legendary royal houses, the Agiads and the Eurypontids. Both dynasties claimed descent from the Greek demigod Heracles, which bestowed upon them special status and authority. Unlike the absolute monarchs of other states, Spartan kings did not wield unlimited power. Their roles were limited to serving as supreme priests, military commanders, and diplomatic representatives. The Agiad dynasty, considered the elder, produced a line of distinguished rulers for Sparta, with Leonidas standing out particularly for his resolve. The Agiads' authority was primarily manifested in military command, where a tradition dictated that one king remained in Sparta while the other led the army on campaigns. Representatives of the Eurypontid line, in contrast, were known for a more peaceful disposition and a knack for state administration and implementing reforms, adapting Spartan policy to changing historical circumstances. However, even these dual rulers were not exempt from oversight. The Ephors came into play, 5 officials elected annually from among full Spartan citizens. This institution, unique to Sparta, functioned as a supreme supervisory body, ensuring adherence to laws, controlling foreign policy, and even possessing extraordinary powers to depose kings. Each year, the Ephors and kings exchanged oaths. The king swore to rule justly, and the Ephors vowed to uphold Spartan laws. The Ephors' power was not merely theoretical. A prime example is the case of King Pausanias, once a celebrated victor at the Battle of Plataea, but later suspected of treacherous collusion with the Persian court. Despite an initial acquittal, his persistent defiance led to a thorough investigation by the Ephors, who uncovered irrefutable evidence of his ambition to establish tyranny over Greece. An immediate and severe decision followed. He was condemned to a shameful death, starved in the temple of Athena to avoid religious desecration. In Sparta, no one, not even a king, was above the law. Beyond the direct influence of the kings and Ephors, there was the Gerousia, Sparta's Council of Elders. This assembly, composed of 28 experienced warriors over 60 years old, in addition to the 2 kings, wielded significant legislative and judicial authority. It was the Gerousia that proposed new laws, presided over trials for the most important cases, and safeguarded the inviolability of Spartan customs. Conservative and unyielding, the Gerousia prevented any deviations from the established Spartan ethos, ensuring continuity amidst constantly changing threats. Despite the oligarchic nature of its rule, the Spartan system was not entirely devoid of elements of popular participation. The Apella, an assembly of all full Spartan citizens over 30 years old, represented a broader political body. Although the Apella's powers were limited, It could only vote on proposals presented by the Gerousia. It played an important role in electing officials and ratifying decisions on war and peace. Unlike the complex ballot voting system adopted in Athens, voting in the Apella was conducted by acclamation, with the Ephors determining the outcome by sound, a method not the most precise, but effective enough to steer policy in line with the interests of the ruling elite. Thus, the Spartan system, a complex combination of royal authority, magistrates, a council of elders, and a citizen assembly, became a model of resilience. Its governance, rigid and resistant to reform, forged an unyielding state that endured for centuries, even as other states crumbled under internal strife. To this day, Sparta remains an enigma, a state without luxury, where discipline was law, and whose government defied the conventional norms of its era. While other city-states experimented with radical democracy or autocratic rule, Sparta found its own path, its own order, and through that order achieved what few others did: centuries of unwavering dominance.